Hello, it's Sharon, and today in the studio, what I'm going to be doing is some ink swatching. Here are all my inks in sample bottles. What I've done now, except for ones that either I wasn't sure I was going to be using or really didn't have any ink left. So this kind of was what it was before. I just like cut a little rectangle of some sticky paper and put it on there. This was the original label from Goulet Pens, but the problem is I'm out of it. I love this ink. I'm just waiting to buy it. And I think when I go to Stationery Fest, I'm going to try to go to Yosaka before I have I'm scheduled for the Spacewalk Tono and Limbs on Thursday, and I think pretty sure that's at 3 o'clock. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to run to Yosaka Stationery, even though I know that obviously they're going to be at the Stationery Fest. I think it might be a little less crowded, and I'm really looking to do some other things before the Tono and Limbs, and then the next day I'm scheduled for the Stationery Fest. Have tickets for that. Anyways, I probably will buy that, or even find something similar to it with the Tono and Limbs Spacewalk. Yeah, either way. All right, so it was kind of all a bit of a hodgepodge of labels and different things. Some of these inks I have gotten from an ink exchange, from the Discord ink exchange. Whoa, that's tough to say. And some I was sent by a kind reseller where I bought my Edison pen company. She sent me a couple of inks, and I love that. I mean, it's a great way to try out new inks, and would love to do that again sometime. I'm looking out my window. I have a front pond, and standing on the edge, I believe, is a hawk. So I have it's totally off topic, but I have like the eBird and Merlin Bird app through Cornell University, where you can record the sound and they tell you what kind of birds are in the area. And I was recording the other day because it was I know, it was a sound I hadn't heard, like a call I hadn't heard from a bird. And it said it was a red-tailed hawk or something. I think that's what it said. Red something hawk. Yeah. So I think that's what's standing out there on the edge of my pond. It's probably looking for the fish that's in the pond. My grandson and son went fishing at a little place down the road, and they like to bring the fish back so that they can fish in the pond. So they do like catch and release. And that might be what it's looking at. Although the other day I was looking out my window again. Wow, this is pretty. And I saw, I don't know what kind of bird it was. It was big. It was a hawk. It was something. And I saw these dangly like little legs underneath. Maybe that. Oh, we're getting a really bad shadow. Underneath. Oh, it's so pretty. And the hawk had a frog. That's the first time. We've lived out here a long time. That's the first time I'd seen that. So this is Pilot. I'm not going to have enough. I might have to come down, I think. Hero. Shizuku. Shizu. Some of my favorite inks. First inks I bought when I think it's right. Yeah, when I got back into, well, I never really got into it. I should say when I got into um, fountain pens, I bought a bunch of Pilot Iroshizuku samples. This was one of them. I don't know what happened. I must have used it all. I like this one and I like the Hana Akata. That's in one of my pens now. All right. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, I did that already. All right. So, what my revamped way of doing this now is I'm using my P Touch label maker, which is very, very cool. I can do different size fonts. You spell it out, yada, yada, yada. And it sticks really well. And what I also like about this one as compared to my Dymo, which I don't see right at this moment, is that the paper, I'm doing it on the back, the paper is split, the backing paper. So all you got to do is like bend it and then like bend it in the middle and you can peel that side, and there you go. Where with that Dymo, you know how you have to peel off the corner and all that kind of stuff. All right, so this one's done, and what I'm doing is hole punching and put you back, and I'm able then. So what I was thinking with these, they don't come punched, but I had this big hole punch here, and so what I was thinking is that I could put them like in color, or oh look, I forgot to do that. I don't know why I did that on some and not the others. Did I do them all? Oh, I did all these back here. I need to figure out a system I'm doing. All right. I haven't done this in a while. I had I need a towel. I had bought quite a few, well, I got a bunch from, like I said, the Discord exchange. And if you've never done that before, you sign up for it, and then the moderator, not the moderator, the person in charge of it, I think actually was a moderator, will hook you up with someone. You know what I mean? And then you have their address, they has your address, and you then exchange a minimum of 10 inks. And some, in this case, it was at least one piece of stationery. And then they do the same. Sorry, remove that out of the way so my arm doesn't come across. Okay. And now I got the system, sort of. And then there's a deadline and you send it back. And so I got connected with a person his name was John, in Chicago. So he sent me some stickers of Chicago and filled that one up to the top. Oh, that's got water in it. And I sent him, I don't know, I actually had to buy ink because I didn't have that many at the time. And I'm nothing like jumping in with 2 feet or both feet or whatever the idiom is. Um, there we go. And the paper is a little, now the paper's wet, so it's pulling the ink a different way. So I got a bunch that way. And of course, because I bought some for the ink exchange, I got some for that. So I had to have 10 when I did that because the minimum was 10. Then I kind of over time would buy, maybe I'll turn this light out, see if that turns off that shadow from that side. It makes it dark though. Turn it back on. I am new to YouTube, brand new, baby new, and I really don't know what I'm doing, so I'm learning as I'm going along. It's okay. You know, I tell my students nobody is born, like, they don't come out of the womb as an artist. Nobody. It's practice. And the more you practice, just like in a sport or a musical instrument, you get better. It's whether you want to practice or not. And I want to practice. I want to practice making YouTube videos. So I was, so I'm filming with my camera. It's not even a new iPhone. It's an iPhone 13. And what are they up to now? 17? I'm not one about buying, especially iPhone, the newest iPhone. I don't think they're absolutely necessary. I know some people they like that, and by all means, it's like pens. It's always new. There's always a new pen. Always something. And guaranteed on my list when I go to Useka Stationery Fest, I will be buying a new pen. I have tried to control myself and not buy a ton of stationery or pens because I'm going to Useka Stationery Fest. Right? Right. It's Ray Fog. Huh. Okay, so here's that. Let me see. I don't think I did Saray Fog. Did I do it in here? So, as I was saying, I have a couple different systems because I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm really never sure what way I want it to be. Oh, yeah, there's Saray Fog right there. So, this one I bought, I don't even know where I bought it. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And it's so light. So, that's how I ended up mixing. Can you even see it? So that's how, here it is. Here's anybody interested what Saray Fog from Colorverse looks like. That's what it looks like. And this is what I mixed it with. I mixed Colorverse Saray Fog with Pairo Shizuku Yamabudo. And I like that color. It's kind of like, well, see, then when you compare these, it's not. This one is, I'll learn to stay in the frame. This one, the Momiji, is definitely more orange. There's a gold sheen on this. I don't know if you could even tell, but there's a definite gold sheen on that. So I started this book, and then I decided I wanted something that would be portable. So if I'm going to a store or even looking online, oh, we just spilled stuff on it. There's that Chiku Rin that I could look at, especially when I could take these out and put them in color order. So reds and greens, etc., etc. I know I'm skipping around. This was made on this Tomo River paper notebook, 5 millimeter grid white. Yeah, with stickers from Coffee Monsters Co. This is a stamp that I carved out of this quick carve, pink quick carve, and I use this Distress Ink Black Soot. That's how I made that. Okay, so this normally is kept in, I have a little box here, which I've labeled, pen swatching. Ugh, feels so organized I can't find things. Nuts. All right, I'm gonna let those dry so that I can hole punch them later. Put this, I'll put this here. And I'm going to begin redoing these. So as I said, I have labeled all of these and I put white dots on them. These were some of the um, ones with the white lids are different ones than mine. And I'm okay with that. And I'm not sure if anybody's interested in seeing what they all look like that, but I'll like do one and see. I'm gonna grab my paintbrush, and this is just a cheap Artist Loft. Okay, so that's a cheap Michaels paintbrush. It's, what do you call that? Nylon or something. Yeah. All right, so my plan was just to make sure it's dry. Grab a little bit of it, turn it over, and paint on it. Definitely has water in it still. Trying to get as much of, like, make it look as natural as possible, without too much water, without too much pigment. And this and the one in black, just because I didn't know which one I would like better, was made by my son Brian with his 3D printer. Very convenient. I like having my inks in these. Even though I have full bottles, I decant them into these because it's just easier. Well, for me, it's easier. All right, so this was Diamine Oxblood. Oxblood? Yep, Oxblood. I'll put it back. This next one is, oh yeah. I think this was like, I bought this from Poshmark. Fritz Shimp Stormy Blue. Yep, kind of forget. All right, so I'm going to work on these and I'll give you an update next time I have something to say or a video to film. Otherwise, have yourself a great day. I hope you're not anywhere where it's as hot as it is here. It is 100. The heat index is going to be 114 degrees, I think. 110 to 114. So, yeah, it's going to be hot. I'm going to be up here in my art room, in my art studio, painting lids. Very relaxing. All right. See you later.